Hey guys, it is November, so that means I'm going to be starting a new reading vlog. I'm going to be reading A Far Wilder Magic by Alexia Saft. I haven't read any books by her, but I do own this one as well as another, Down Comes the Night. For anyone who can get the Hala, it's a mythical creature. You can only register if you're in teams of 2, and she's the best sharpshooter, but she needs an alchemist. And Weston is not an alchemist yet, but he wants to be. They have to join the hunt together and they uncover dark magic. I'm guessing romance blooming between them. And then I'm gonna be reading People Watching. I believe it's a small town romance set in Ontario. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, daughter of Smoke and Bone. I actually just got the second and third book in this series at a library book sale. I might as well start it. Once upon a time, an angel and a devil fell in love. It did not end well. These were the books that I picked out for this month. Hopefully it is a good reading month. Last month I was in a really bad slump, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. But as of right now, I'm feeling good. So hopefully we keep it like this. I think the first book I'm gonna be starting with is A Far Wilder Magic by Alexia Saft. Have been getting back into running. I stopped about a year ago, so I am pretty much starting at the very beginning. I would consider myself a beginner. I'm also going to be listening to audiobooks on my runs. I'm actually going on a run this morning. So I have a bit of a reading update. Mind you, I started A Far Wilder Magic yesterday and we have some things to unpack. First of all, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm kind of like bored. So it follows Margaret and Weston. Weston wants to be an alchemist and he's failed out of all of these apprenticeships. So he wants to go convince Margaret's mom to let him work under her. But he gets there and her mom is not there. She's off for business apparently. And Margaret wants nothing to do with him, wants him to leave. But eventually, of course, she lets him stay. My problem is right from the beginning, this man is like, she is not pretty. She's not beautiful. She's actually kind of weird looking. This is supposed to be romance. They're supposed to be romantic. Why on earth are you talking about, oh, this girl is so ugly? And then like later on, he sees another girl and he's like, this is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. And it's not even the girl that you're gonna end up with. I'm sorry. That is why. Like, why would you do that? Why would you choose to write that? I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, it's so cute when they're together. I'm gonna be like, he was literally talking about how ugly, how oogly boogly she was. And now he's like, I love you. All because she didn't believe his little act. Charming and flirts with everyone and shallow. And she's like, no, I don't believe it. I don't believe you. It's just an act you have. Knock it off. And he's like, oh my god. When she said that, she hadn't looked more beautiful than when she was saying that. So you literally only like her because she sees through your lies. Sorry? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be rooting for you. This is when he first sees her. Her hair unbound and golden, her skin white as cream. Wes braces himself for the inevitable ache of love, but nothing comes. On closer inspection, the girl is far less beautiful and far more severe than he had expected. Not to mention incredibly unfashionable in her long hair and longer hemline. She tells him to leave and trying to flirt with her to get inside. Bro was getting about, ugh. For a second I thought she was pretty, but like, nah. My eyes adjusted and she's actually ugly. I got halfway through this and I decided to pause because the story is okay. Don't care for the character. Kind of full of himself, but that's like an act. No, the way you talk about, like the way you're so obsessed with people's looks and the way you're talking about your looks and the way everyone looks in this town, I think you have a problem. I think you need to dive into this. I don't think this should be a romance. I don't think this should be a love story. I think this should be a self-journey on you going to a therapist and figuring out what you got going on. She's been through a lot of things and you know nothing. You just come here calling her ugly. Everyone in this town is mean to her. Her dad and brother are no longer with us. Her mother has gone off gallivanting. She's alone. And this man shows up at our doorstep talking about, ugh, this girl ugly. Get out of here. So then I said, let me pause. Oh, maybe I'll read a cute little romance. I said, now what is this? Is this the month of unbearable main male characters? Hey, so ew. This man, immediately, the words coming out of his mouth are unbearable. The first time he sees this girl, he's like, oh my God, look at that girl. I wonder what she would look like with no clothes. What are you doing? Hey, what? Why are you undressing her with your eyes? Mind you, she's 25, has never been with anyone. He's like 35 and has been with 200 plus people. Oh my God. Oh my God. Girl, run. Girl, run. Run. The most deplorable red flag of a man has been handed to you. No, has been pushed onto you. And you need to run. You need to put your shoes on and run the opposite direction. I'm serious. He said, I can't even say some of the things he said on here. Okay? That's how insane. He's like, oh, she's so adorable and innocent. Sir, I'm calling the police. Talking about, I'll teach you things. Huh? No. First of all, no. Second of all, she's already younger than him, which gives me pause. It feels predatory. It feels like I'm gonna spray you with Raid. They need to be on a watch list, okay? She's not mature, okay? She's not far beyond her years. But even then, like, he's just so immature that he's at the same intelligence level as someone 10 years younger than him. Like, maybe we should question that. I'm having strong emotions, okay? Like, 2 days after them knowing each other, he's talking about, I think I love her. And I think you need a restraining order. The first time that they kiss. We should kiss. Like, what if we kiss? She said, no, thank you. You hesitated a little, I heard it. Let's just... Back up! Back up! Back up! What? That continued 3 pages long. You need to back up, sir. You need to leave this child alone and get back to the bingo hall. Now, I know their ages aren't that drastic, but it kind of feels like that. It feels like that when you are harassing this girl who is like so innocent and adorable. Why are you saying that her innocence is adorable? You're also old compared to her. I'm scared. And there were some other things said that I can't even say on here. Go into the Goodreads reviews. Some people were pointing them out. Because obviously I didn't read this whole thing. I'm DNFing it. Oh, obviously. I was looking at some stuff that people were saying that happens later on. And I think is a good decision that I DNF'd. Which makes me so upset because I purchased this. I didn't know he was a predator. No strings, no feelings. That's what she said. He said, this is a feeling. There will be feelings. You'll have to teach me. I hate this trope, I hate this trope, I hate this trope. Oh, I can't. She's needy. Ew. She's far less experienced than me. Yeah, clearly you literally knew that. That's like why you started interacting with her. Ew. Ew. Ew, ew. She looks at me pouting. How she managed to look so innocent and adorable. This feels like gross. This blushing darling. Oh my God. This reading vlog is gonna be a whole lot of me being grossed out and like upset. Why? Needless to say, I am DNFing this. I don't know if I should go ahead and continue A Far Wilder Magic or start another book that I feel like I'm not gonna like. Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I think I'll have to read both of these before The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Okay, I'm not gonna write this off. But I did read like the first chapter and I did cringe many a times. I really need to be doing more of a deep dive before I get books. I finished A Far Wilder Magic and do feel like he does care for her and vice versa, but I am still like a little thrown at the fact that he was so set on her being unattractive. And he even said, how could I have ever thought that she was unattractive? Hey, I don't know how you did and now you're in love. As far as the plot, the crazy oh my gosh moment wasn't very crazy. The actual hunt, that is like what the whole book is about, is very short towards the very end. I honestly was just kind of reading it to finish it. I ended up rating it 3.25 stars. Aside from him thinking that she was originally ugly, I thought the romance was kind of cute. Other than that, of course, which that's a big part, so I will be upset about that. But the plot itself, him trying to learn how to be an alchemist, it was kind of like scattered here and there, drops in of him actually doing stuff. And when they did talk about it, I was like, what are you even saying? A lot going on, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. You have not given me any information until this instant, so I don't know what we're doing. Or it was like so broad and vague that I was like, okay, well, it's fine because I actually don't know anything about this anyways. Like, you're not giving me hardly any information. Like, I still kind of don't know. Oh, it's a feeling and then it looks like magic. They take an object and like destroy it. Sense of the object, I don't even know if that tells you anything. It was okay. I've read worse, I've read better. Speaking of reading worse, I DNF'd Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Now, it did not take me long. Like I said, set in a high school. Okay, she's 17. It's urban fantasy. Bye. I don't like urban fantasy. She's also like so tiny. She's like a little bird. She's so like thin. And I'm like, okay. So like every single FMC written in this time. This was published in 2011, so really, what did I expect? I'm gonna be unhauling that as well as the other 2 books in the series. But the good thing is, I got all of these books for less than the price of one of them. At least there's that. Also gonna be unhauling this one. Unhaul! I have 2 big bags of books to unhaul. I just started The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and I'm liking it so far. I'm only like 3 chapters in. I have a good feeling about this one. I'm hoping this one will be the savior of this video because it's not going good so far. I am 25% into The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and I really like it so far. I'm so happy. I'm so happy because I have not really cared for the books that I read this month. As you know, you've been here on this journey with me. Like, A Far Wilder Magic was fine, not something I'm writing home about. So I'm very happy that I'm liking this one so far. Let me give you a little tour of this book because it is just so pretty. I love this. It reminds me of the Clothbound Classics. The edges, of course. These are the end papers. So pretty. This is the anniversary edition, but I really like it. Addie makes a deal with a god. She begins praying to these gods, and her neighbor tells her to never pray after nightfall because the gods that answer her are not going to be gods that make the kind of deals she's looking for. After she's about to be married off to this dirty, dingy, dusty old man and she does not want to be married, she begins to pray and doesn't realize that the sun has set, and the god that answers her gives her a deal, being free and having more time in this world. She didn't specify the details of her wish. It becomes more of a curse where the people she meets don't remember her and she can't say her name. The second as someone leaves the same room as her, they forget who she is entirely. So she's technically free, but not the way she wanted to be. She likes to take things from stores because no one's gonna remember anyways. So one day when she's leaving a bookstore with a book that she did not pay for in hand, the man comes chasing after her, asking her why she didn't pay. But she thought that he wasn't close enough behind her to continue to see her, like he should have forgotten her. But she's like, hey, maybe he was right behind me and never lost sight of me, because that's what makes people forget. Maybe there's something different about this guy. Weird. It keeps switching from the beginning of her story to present day, and I'm really liking it. Yay. Thank God. Thank God. I needed a winner chicken dinner this month. Finished The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and I rated it 5 stars. So good. It was actually so good. I was a wee bit nervous. I loved it so much. Here's some more of the inside. This was so amazing. The ending was sad. I know people talk about how sad the ending was, I think, because people talk about how sad it was. I was kind of anticipating a sadder ending. It did make me tear up a little. It was sad, and of course I loved it. I don't need a book to be sad to enjoy it. It was so good. The writing was so good. I feel like I enjoyed this style of V.E. Schwab's writing. I feel like I would like Bare Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I feel like those two of her books are probably the most similar in writing style. I feel like it's a bit different from the style of her fantasy books. And it's going on the favorite shelves. Yeah. That's how you know. That's how you know. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was an interesting reading vlog. It was. DNF 2? Didn't really enjoy the other one, and then had a 5 stars. Kind of all over the place, but that's okay. It ended out well. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.